And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am Diamond Dave, and we are doing another Learn SWTOR video. Today, we're going to be learning all about crafting and crew skills, or at least the very basics. As you play the game, you get companions. But, as you can clearly see, not all of these companions are with us. Currently, we have Blizz, our little Jawa buddy, who's going to be my volunteer here in just a second. Goodbye, sir. And everyone else is sitting around doing nothing. We can, of course, select one to summon. We could also send Blizz on a mission to sell the low-quality items in our inventory. But we want to do more. We want to craft things. And fortunately, for us, we have the ability to do so. To get started, there are 6 different types of crafting abilities. They are ArmorMech, ArmsTech, Artifice, BioChem, CyberTech, and SynthWeaving. I know that's going to be a lot to remember, but don't worry, folks, because I'm going to post in the description the each one and what they can build, as well as the gathering skills required to get the appropriate materials for the right ability. So, just going forward, we can only have one crafting ability and 2 gathering skills at any given time. If, say, I want to build armor with ArmorMech for my troopers and my non-Jedi companions and myself, and I want to, say, switch to BioChem, which makes, among other things, medpacks and Stimpacks, as well as other Adrenals, we have to basically delete them and start all over. So choose carefully. Also, the cool thing about this is that each character can take one crafting ability. There are 6 different classes, there are 6 different crafting abilities, and you can have one of each so that way you can get the benefits of all of them. One final thing before we actually get started here. Those of you who have played the game a little bit may know that there's actually a 7th ability called slicing. And we are not going to address slicing in this video. This is more of just the basics for people who are brand new to the crafting and crew skills. In the description at the very bottom, there is a link to the SWTOR wiki on what slicing is, how it's used, and what you can do with it. So check that out if you're wanting info on slicing. Now, let's get going. To start, we're going to pick the crafting ability, and this character, I'm trying to figure out which one I don't have. I don't think, you know what, BioChem. I don't really use BioChem, but BioChem can be useful in making materials to sell pretty cheaply, pretty easy just to farm credits. So in our space station, we are on the Imperial side, and we want to be in the Strongholds and Crew Skills section. That is where we want to be. And it's going to be in the first 3 rooms over here, where we are at 1, 2, 3, where we want to look for the appropriate materials. So to get BioChem, we're going to talk to the BioChem crafting trainer. And it says you have chosen to learn a BioChem as your first crew skill. You may learn up to 3 crew skills. Only 1 may be a crafting skill. So this is our option to cancel if we want something else. But in this case, we will train in it. Alright, and we get a wide variety of abilities and schematics. If we hit the letter B, we see that our characters have a little icon next to them. And there is a bar right here, 1 out of 600. This is where we click to build things, and it looks like we can actually craft some stuff right now. So we clicked on the icon, we click on the little plus sign to get everything down, and we can click on any of our, let me click out of this here, we can click out of on any of the individuals right next to their names to have that individual complete the task. Couple things to keep in mind, folks. As I mentioned in our last video of the instant level 50 companions, these numbers matter. These are the character levels, and the higher the level, the faster they can craft things, the faster they can complete missions, and the higher the critical chance they have to get bonus materials and craft bonus things. So you would want to have high-level characters do these tasks. Also, something to keep in mind, you can do these even if you're on missions, in combat, whatever. But if I send Blizz here, and we'll have him craft 4 of these guys, we just click craft right here. Time remaining, he is gunning through these super quickly. He is no longer with us. So keep in mind that if we're being shot at and we decide to send him on one of these missions, we're going to be without a companion to heal us and back us up. Now, we also see right here that the stats, there's a bonus to time efficiency for his high level, and there's a really good crit chance here. If we were to send 2 VR8, it would take a lot longer, and there would be a lot less chance of success, critical success. So he crafted 4 things pretty quickly. This little bar went up to 600. And that is how you increase your crafting ability. We also need to get crew skills, so that way we can continue to get materials to increase our BioChem. And in this case, we want the gathering skills of BioAnalysis and Diplomacy. So what we need to do is, this is the, I think this is a crafting room. Yep, so we're going to just kind of waddle on over here. And we are going to look for Diplomacy as well as, what was the other one? BioAnalysis. It does not matter what order you get them in. You can have Diplomacy, BioAnalysis, or vice versa. As long as you have them both, you're good. BioAnalysis is over here. These are gathering missions. These are going to enable our companions to gather things for us, so then we can have them craft stuff. So when we hit the letter B, again, let's put this in the center here, we see that there are 2 new icons here. The little leaf here is the BioAnalysis. The little, I don't know, apple spinny ball of death here is Diplomacy. We just click on these for BioAnalysis, and it gives us 2 missions to start. These are in copper because these have the greatest yield. It's a moderate yield. There will be silver lettering, which is less yield, and then white lettering, which is even less. Right here, it tells us how long it'll take for this particular character to do it. So our level 50, it'll take 36 seconds to do and cost us 80 credits from our in-game currency. 2 VR8, on the other hand, it'll take 2 minutes and 22 seconds. So once again, it's very important you level these guys up. If you don't want to get the instant level 50 in the video that I show, or you're not at that point yet, that's perfectly fine. Just talk to your companions, do their side quests, do things that they like during any of your missions. You'll gain influence with them, and that's how you level them up. It is a bit of a slower process, but it is something that you can still do. So we will click on Blizz, we'll have them do this one. So we just click on the mission that we want here and send them off. We're going to click on Mako. Her face is here. We click on this one, and we send her off.
Try not to have too much fun without me.
We're also going to kick up our diplomacy here. And these are going to give us light side and dark side points. Scag is going to go do this one. Yeah, thank you. And then Galt is going to do this one. It's going to give us influence as well. So this is another way that you can level up your characters, is by sending them on missions. He's going to take a lot longer. Thank you, Blizz. Blizz is back. And when they complete, you'll get a... Goodness gracious. You'll get a little icon up here. And this will pop up. The mission complete icons will appear. He got us 4 of a particular material. We just accept. And Mako did. And accept. Thank you. There's Scag. Galt is going to take a hot minute here. Now, our bioanalysis is slowly going up. So we just, again, repeat the process. Bada bing. Bada boom. This is very easy. Couple more things to keep in mind. When the more we fill up this bar, the more advanced materials we can find. And the more advanced materials we can find, obviously, we can make better things. When this gets full, when each of these hit 600, when we max it out, we can go to the BioChem, BioAnalysis, and Diplomacy guy and increase this cap from 600 to 700, which will give us even more advanced things. But in order to do that, we have to send them on missions. BioAnalysis, yeah, we'll send him off. 30 seconds, we'll send you off.
Sure thing.
And we'll send you off. When it comes to leveling, there's a couple different ways of going about it. You can mix and match. I personally like to do what's called min-maxing. So I focus on sending all of my companions, regardless of what level, on a particular assignment if there's enough there. So in a perfect world, you know, when we get up bioanalysis, there's going to be more missions available.
I think you're going to be pleased.
Bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, we've got gold lettering here. My apologies, gold. And I like to send all my companions off on one particular thing, so that way it goes faster. We just do it like this. Do it like this. Bada boom. And they're off, going to do that. And our bioanalysis is already 27 out of 600. Bada bing, bada bang. Now, when it comes to crafting, we look for... we'll look at this to start. So, we've got a couple different things here. So, we have biochemical samples, medical equipment. But in the center, there's going to be materials that may be required that are a bit more challenging to get, because there's only going to be one mission for them instead of a bunch. So we have biochemical samples, and then hyposyringes. We can actually buy some of these particular things here. So we go to the crew skill trade vendor. If we want to bypass a lot of this stuff, we can go and buy whatever is required that they sell. In this case, starting off, it would be hyposyringes for us, medical equipment. We can, instead of doing the missions, we can just buy a bunch of them from her.
Come back anytime.
That is one option. Or, excuse me, that's another option. It's always good to do the missions. And we can just send these guys off again. Oh, you must accept some of my pending rewards. That will happen. You obviously need to address these things. So we will just continue the crafting.
I'll be done in no time.
Or, excuse me, the gathering. We'll put Tori in here. We'll have him craft. So he can craft 3 cell grafts. 1, 2, 3. We'll hit, we'll just get that out of the way, put that here. So while these guys are gathering, he is crafting. And this is how we are slowly but surely building up our BioChem stat to 600 by doing BioAnalysis, and we'll stick a couple diplomacy guys going here just for some shenanigans. We'll mix it up for this demo here. Look at that. So this is the basics of crew skills and crafting. I'll be doing an additional video on that because there are a couple additional things that you can do with crafting. This is just the, once again, basic bare bones, how you get started. I appreciate you guys dropping by. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to check out the wiki links I posted if you want additional, more advanced information, as well as if you want information on slicing and the technical data behind that. My name is Diamond Dave. Please like, please subscribe, and I hope to hear from you guys soon. Thank you guys so much for dropping by. Be kind, be courteous, be safe.